Welcome back to Portuguese Path. CIPLE A2 and Beyond, powered by prep2go.steady.
It's great to be back. And today, I think we're really going to do everyone a huge favor because we are tackling the one thing that keeps every single applicant awake at night.
The exam strategy.
The exam strategy.
Oh, I hope so. Because honestly, ever since I started looking into the CIPLE exam, just so we're clear, that's the CIPLE A2 exam, I've been sweating bullets. I look at the grammar books, the verb charts, and I just think, how am I ever going to be fluent enough for this? But looking at the research for today, I had this huge realization. We're not talking about being perfect, are we?
We are not. And that is, I think, the biggest misconception out there. It causes so much stress.
Yeah.
You do not need to speak Portuguese like some kind of poet to get your citizenship. You need to pass a standardized test. And those are two very, very different skills.
Okay, I love that distinction. So the mission for this deep dive is, what, to break down the actual math and the mindset you need to pass?
Yeah. Exactly. And we should start with the most important number of the day. It's not 100. It's not 90.
It's 55.
It's 55%. That's the Suficiente reality.
Suficiente.
Sufficient.
Right. The certificate you get has grades. Muito bom, suficiente. But for citizenship, nobody cares if you get very good.
So you don't get, like, a better passport for scoring 90%.
So you just need suficiente, and that means 55%.
I just need to sit with that for a second. Because in school, 55% is a disaster. It's a D-.
It's a call home, yeah.
Right. But here, you're saying I can get almost half the questions wrong, and I still become a Portuguese citizen.
Essentially, yes. It changes everything about how you study. You stop trying to learn the entire Portuguese language, which, takes a lifetime.
Right.
And you start training to just capture those 55 points.
It's a huge weight off my shoulders.
But,
Okay, devil's advocate here. It's not quite that simple, is it?
Hi.
So there's a trap in the math, a pretty nasty one. There is a very dangerous trap, and this is where the strategy really comes in. So you have to understand the weighting.
Okay.
The exam is in 3 parts. First, reading and writing. This is the heavyweight. It's worth 45% of your total score.
Wow, 45%. So almost half the grade right there.
Almost half. Then you have listening, which is 30%.
Okay.
And finally, speaking, which is 25%.
Okay, so 45, 30, 25. Let me stress test this. Let's say I'm a total bookworm. I ace the reading and writing 100%.
Yeah.
Speaking, I do okay.
Uh-huh.
But the listening, I panic. The audio's bad. I get, 20%.
Right.
My overall average is still way above 55%. So
I pass, right?
you do not. You fail the entire exam.
That is so harsh. How can you mathematically pass but functionally fail?
It's the hidden rule. It's the most important rule.
Yeah.
You need that 55% overall, yes. But
Yeah.
you also have to score a minimum of 25% in each individual section.
So the 25% is like a kill switch. It's a safety floor. Exactly. I mean, think about it. If you can read a novel but you can't understand a simple announcement in a train station, you're not really ready to function, are you?
I guess that makes sense. It means you can't just ignore your weak spots. You can't just say, oh, I hate listening. I'll make it up in writing.
You cannot sacrifice your weak section. If listening is your nightmare, you don't need to get an A. You just need to train it until you can reliably hit that 25% to stay alive.
Okay, so consistency over brilliance.
That's the whole game.
Got it. So let's unpack these sections. Reading and writing, the heavyweight, 45%. It's 75 minutes long. That feels like a lot of time.
It feels like it, but you're doing a lot. You're reading, answering questions, and then you have to write 2 texts. And this is where I see the most points just thrown away.
Oh.
Because of what I call the overachiever mistake.
I feel like you're looking right at me. What is that?
It's in the writing prompts. Task 1 asks for a short message, 25 to 35 words. The overachiever thinks, I'll impress them. I'll write a 50-word epic.
So if the prompt is, like, tell your boss you'll be late, what does the overachiever do wrong?
They write something like, my dearest manager, I regret to inform you that, due to unforeseen circumstances involving my vehicle, they get tangled in complex grammar they can't handle. They write 60 words of broken Portuguese.
And the examiner's just penalizing them for not following instructions.
Exactly. You lose points for doing too much.
So what does the strategic student write?
The strategic student writes, Bom dia, vou chegar atrasada hoje. O meu caro averio, desculpa. Até já.
That's it. That sounds so blunt. I'm coming late. Car broke. Sorry.
It's not blunt, it's efficient, it hits the word count, it uses the correct simple tenses, it gets the message across. Full points.
I need to embrace my inner caveman. Be late. car broken.
Huh, within reason. But yes, simple is better. Now, for task 2, the longer one, you use the template strategy.
Like memorizing a script.
More like a sandwich. You pre-make the bread, you walk in having memorized the formal opener. Ex mos signore.
Yes, most signore, okay.
And for the closing, you memorize. Comos meleres cumprimentos.
Comos meleres cumprimentos. That's a mouthful.
It is. And it's 4 words toward your 80-word target. You're guaranteeing points and hitting your word count. All you have to do is fill in the middle.
And for that middle part, we stick to simple, bony sentences.
Exactly. Present tense, simple past, simple descriptions. Simple, correct sentences score way higher than complex, broken ones.
Build the house with bricks, not gargoyles. I like that. Okay, let's move to the part that actually terrifies me.
Listening.
30%. This is where the panic sets in for everyone, right? Why is it so much harder than the apps we all use?
Because it's real. The apps give you studio-quality audio. The CIPLE exam plays you audio that sounds like it was recorded in a real train station with an echo or in a noisy cafe.
Right, and European Portuguese already sounds like they're swallowing half the vowels to begin with.
Exactly, but it's not just the quality, it's the question design. They use something called a distractor.
The trick question.
It's a trap for people who only listen for keywords. So imagine the audio is 2 people deciding on dinner. Person A says, let's eat chicken. Person B says, no, I had chicken yesterday. Person A says, okay, fish then.
And the question is, what will they eat? And the options are chicken or fish.
Right. And if you hear the word chicken and you immediately circle A, you've just failed that question. You have to listen for the context, for the final decision.
That requires so much focus, especially when you're nervous. What if you just miss it?
This is the danger zone. I call it the domino effect. You spend 5 seconds worrying about question 3.
Was it 15 or 50?
Yeah. And now you've completely missed the audio for question 4 and maybe question 5. You have to let it go, guess, move on, focus 100% on the next one. Remember, you only need 25% to survive.
Damage control, not perfection. That's a huge mindset shift. And, speaking of shifting mindsets, I stopped trying to be perfect and started training to pass. Using the full exam simulations on prep2go.study helped me focus on what actually gives points.
And that's really the key, isn't it? Knowing where the points are and simulating that pressure before the day of the exam.
Totally. Okay, so we've survived writing and listening. Now we have to actually talk. Speaking, 25%, 15 minutes. And I was surprised to see you're not one-on-one with the examiner, you're paired with another student.
Yes. And a big part of the grade is on the interaction between the 2 of you.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. What if my partner is a genius and talks over me? Or what if they just freeze?
It can be awkward, but you have to see it as an opportunity. If your partner freezes up, you can score huge points by helping them.
How? Without looking like I'm taking over.
You just ask a simple question. If the topic is travel and they're silent, you turn to them and say, "E tu gostas de viajar?"
And you? Do you like to travel?
Oh, I see.
So by helping them, I'm showing the examiner that I can manage a conversation.
You're showing command. You are taking the lead. Silence is the enemy. If you both just sit there, you both lose.
And what about the tasks? I've seen a common one is describing a photo.
Yes. And the mistake here is people try to be art critics. They analyze the feelings, the backstory.
The man looks sad because of the state of the economy.
Way too risky. You don't have that vocabulary. You need to adopt an action over poetry mindset. Just say what you see.
Like I'm a security camera.
Perfect analogy. The man is wearing a blue shirt. He's drinking coffee. It is sunny.
So, o homem tem uma camisa azul. Está a beber café.
Spot on. Simple, factual, correct. That's A2. It's concrete.
What if I make a grammar mistake mid-sentence? Do I stop and apologize?
No. If you catch it right away, just correct it. Pardon, a camisa, and keep moving. Don't freeze. Don't go back and try to rebuild the sentence. Flow is more important than perfection in that moment.
That brings us to the bigger picture then. What does A2 actually mean? Because I think we all have this inflated idea.
An A2 user is a basic user. Can you survive? Can you go into a pharmacy and say you have a headache? Can you order food? Can you ask for directions?
It's survival Portuguese. It's not, let's discuss philosophy.
Not at all. And this is why it's so important to have pass-focused prep. Stop studying lists of obscure vegetables you'll never use.
Right.
You need to practice reading a train schedule, practice writing a simple email, practice listening to terrible, noisy audio. You need to learn the exam.
It really seems like the biggest enemy isn't the Portuguese language. It's our own anxiety. It's our own desire to sound smart.
100%. Panic is the only thing that can truly sink you. If you panic in listening, you cause that domino effect. If you panic in speaking, you go silent. But if you just accept you're going to be imperfect and you keep moving forward, 55% is so achievable.
It is a surprisingly low bar when you really think about it.
It allows for a lot of mistakes. The Portuguese government isn't asking for perfection. They're asking for effort and basic competence.
So to recap the battle plan, aim for 55% overall. Protect that 25% floor, especially in listening.
Read the questions first.
In writing, keep it simple. Count the words, use the templates.
Your sandwich bread. Exmos, señores, com os mejores cumprimentos.
And in speaking, just keep talking. Simple sentences. Facts, not feelings.
That's the winning formula. It's a game with rules. If you know the rules, you're halfway there.
Don't just learn Portuguese, learn the exam. I love that. It makes it feel so much more manageable.
It is. It's just a box you need to check.
Well, I feel a lot better than I did 20 minutes ago. My blood pressure is definitely lower.
Good.
It's not about being fluent. It's about being strategic.
Passing CIPLE is about strategy, not stress. Train to pass at prep2go.study. Ciao.